Hi, I'm Kelly Johnson, Staff Liaison for Ketchikan Public Library's Teen Advisory Group. This is an introduction to the FAFSA, part of TAG's Next Real Life program series. Since you're probably applying for college aid, I'm going to hope you're literate and can read the slides. Therefore, I'll be giving you an overview and you can pause and read or take notes as needed. As you may or may not know, the FAFSA is used by colleges and the government to determine eligibility for funding. Why fill it out? Because it's required. Really, it is required by nearly all funding sources. So you want to take the time and get it done. Plus, why walk away from free money? Grants don't have to be paid back, so it's literally cash in your pocket that you don't have to worry about ever again. Now, you can't just log in and go to town. You do need a bit of prep work. And just let the government decide if you are dependent or not. It actually saves time in the long run. Because even living on your own does not necessarily mean the government considers you independent. Here are some details on parents, including unmarried, divorced, separated, single, and step-parents. Parents must get their own FSA ID, but can use your save key. They also need to give personal and financial information, and they're going to have to sign, so all of that requires the FSA ID. If there are issues with one or both parents, there are different ways to deal with it. But don't quit because of issues. Do the best you can and work with your college financial aid office. Even if you can't get any information or support from your parents, there are workarounds. Not having your EFC, your expected family contribution, is not the end of the road. The FSA ID is the easiest way to access and sign your FAFSA web application and to update your application each year. So it's a good idea to keep track of it. You can recover your ID fairly easy, but keeping track of it is really the best choice. Yeah, sorry, it's the government. There are quite a few ways to apply these days. Go with what is most comfortable for you, but know all the details of your choices before you start. Like you need your FSA ID before you can use the mobile app. Here's the save key I mentioned. It is separate from your FSA ID and safe to share. Do not share your FSA ID with anyone. You have to have at least one college or school of some sort on your FSA form. You can have as many as 10 unless you're doing the PDF format. And FAFSA doesn't share who's on your list to other colleges. You know, it won't tell Harvard you're going for Yale or, Caltech or whatever. That's all your business, not theirs. There are several help options, including online chat during some hours of the day. So if you're having a problem, something isn't going right, get a hold of them, check the help button, and see what you can find out. And now finally, we're getting to the questions. This is the start of the must batch. See that little email note? If your email is cutiemcfluff@gmail or some such thing, please consider now to get a formal email for your college and your employment. It's just a really good choice to make at this point in your life. And the rest of this part of the must list. Yeah, there are more musts, lots more. Sorry. These are some of the dependency questions that I noted earlier. These are some you'll need your parents to help with. They can use that save key, or they can get online with you, whatever seems to work best. If you are independent, these are for you. And back to the must list. These are a bit more to-do rather than just straight questions, though. Yay! You're not done yet. Now, school time. One good thing is if you're not the only child in your family, your household, that is doing college, there's a step here that can make things a bit easier on your parents or guardians. They can get all the information they've entered on yours transferred to any other sibling's account. And more, this is a really, really important more. You really want to touch base with these folks. Keeping in touch with your school is getting to know the financial aid people, letting you know in a positive way. That can really pay off in the long run. Always stay calm and be kind when you're talking to these folks. They're doing their job. They can help you, but, you know, they have to want to. And you'll get a lot more if you're nice to them. Be sure to check your SAR carefully. If you made any kind of mistake on your FAFSA, it's going to really show up here. And there are other details on your SAR that you need to keep track of, so keep it handy, make sure it's available. The SAR is your funding key, so make sure it's accurate. If you're selected for verification, don't panic. Verification is just a secondary check by your school to make sure the information they received is correct. Some schools do every single student, some schools just do random. So this isn't a problem, it's just a double check. Oh, I really hope that is not a train. Now, oops. Some changes can be made fairly easily. Some will need a bit more work, but be sure to contact your school if anything significant is wrong on your FAFSA. If by some horrible chance you miskeyed your Social Security number, here are your options on how to fix that. And sometimes life happens. If these changes occur in your life, you need to update your FAFSA. If you want to change your school list, you can, but remember your limit is 10. So if you add something else is going to get booted. So you might want to make sure you're booting one that you want to boot and not just what's the first or last on the list. And here are the basic ways to change your FAFSA. Remember, when you're dealing with aid, you always want the free money first. And just because you can get a bigger loan doesn't mean you should get a bigger loan. Don't overwhelm future you. If you can manage. And these are some of my tips. As a fairly recent college graduate myself and the parent of 3 college kids, these are things that I recommend. I don't know when you might be watching this, but FAFSA happens in the fall. And you have survived. Now you're off to the real thing. Good luck.